If you're trying to keep pests off of your plants, then setting up a hoop house with insect netting is by far the best option. I purposely planted all of my brassicas together because cabbage moths love to lay their eggs on veggies in the brassica family. They can affect other veggies too, but the brassicas are the worst. And so I had them all planted together, and my plants were doing perfectly. They all looked healthy. I was checking on them every day to make sure there were no pests. And in just a matter of a day, my plants went to pretty much looking like Swiss cheese. And my plan for this season was to actually build hoop houses from metal conduit so that they would be better quality and last for years to come. But we're getting ready to head out of town, and so I just hopped over to Amazon and I found whatever could be shipped in a day because I needed to get everything set up and ready to go before we leave out of town. And here they are. They're actually going to work out perfectly for this season and probably a few seasons to come. But what I loved the most about this DIY kit was that it was so incredibly simple to set up. No tools were required, and I was able to get it done all by myself. All you have to do is just push the fiberglass poles into the soil just deep enough so that the structure is sturdy, and then you attach a connecting piece and then another fiberglass pole, and you just keep adding to it until the hoop is the size that you want. And they bend really easily, so it's very easy to do. So for this long row behind me, I used 5 of the connecting poles, and this row right here is about 30 foot long for the area that I had plants planted, and the beds are 3.5 foot wide. So to give you a little bit of context, the kit comes with 25 of the 17-inch long fiberglass poles, 20 connectors, and 16 clips to then clip on your insect netting. And so I ended up purchasing 3 of the kits, and it was plenty to do this long row behind me, which is 30 foot long by 3.5 foot wide. And then I have another raised bed where I made the hoops taller with 7 of the fiberglass poles. And that garden bed is 4.5 foot wide by 10 feet long. And I had a few pieces left over. And then I had to purchase the insect netting separately. So I got 2 packages, and each was 10 foot wide by 33 feet long. And it was perfect for this area. I ended up using the entire length of the insect netting, but it gave me lots of extra on the sides. But it's nice because now if I make these hoops a little bit bigger, the insect netting can still go over those hoops, and it's not going to be cut short and be hanging up off the ground. You want to make sure that you have more than enough versus not enough, so then the insects can't fly underneath. And then for the raised bed, it was the perfect width, but it was definitely too long, but I was able to cut off the extra length, and now I can use it for another gardening bed. So once you lay the insect netting over your hoops, all you have to do is just use the plastic clips that the kit comes with and clip it onto the hoops. It's super simple. And then I use some bricks and rocks along the edges just to keep the netting down on the ground so that when the wind kind of blows, it doesn't blow the netting around. So if you have a garden planted this year, I highly recommend setting up a hoop house because it's just a very effective way to keep all the pests away. And it's so simple to set up. So I'll link to everything that I purchased below in case you're looking for the same simple DIY kit that I used, or you can always build it yourself with other materials. But this DIY kit was so simple, I definitely recommend it if you're looking for a quick fix. And another great gardening practice to help deter pests and attract beneficial insects and overall just grow a healthier garden is to practice companion planting. And if you head to this video right here, I talk about the 6 fall crops that I have planted all in the same garden bed and why I have them planted that way and why it's beneficial. So be sure to head to that video next, and I'll see you there.